All right, folks, let's go ahead and do this. This is our second assignment for chapter 10. This is 10.2 homework. Construct a graphical display for each given set. Describe the distribution of the data. Right, so we want a box and whisker plot using this data. We need to put them in order. Right, so the first thing I always do is look for the smallest and the biggest. So the smallest is 0. So that's 1 0, 2 2 0. Kind of glitchy, right? So I'm gonna go ahead. So I know it starts at 0. So I'm put less in order. So I'm gonna put it in order. So it's gonna be 0, comma 0. Right, that's pretty much all I got. Right, and then the biggest numbers are, well, let's just finish off putting in order. So got zeros, then I got 1, so 1, 1, 1, 1. There's 4 of them. So 1, 1, 1, 1. And we got 2, so we got 2, 2, 2. That's 3. So we got 3 and 3. So, and then 4. That's it. Then 5. That's about it. And then we got 8 and 9. And I can see them from here. So we got 8 and 9. And it looks like I got all of them. Okay. So first step we always want to do is put them in order, because we need to make sure that they're in order so that way we can go ahead and figure out the middle of them, the median, right? So let's label this from 0 all the way to 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. So we will have 0 is our minimum, and 9 is our maximum. Okay, so we got 0 and we got 9. Done. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and figure out what's the median, right, or the center of this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. So I'm not counting 0 or 9, the two that I circled, but I'm gonna count the ones right be after that. So I'm gonna take off each one from the ends, one from the end, next end, and just keep going on that. And since there's 3, if I cross off 2 and 2, then I'm left with 2. So that would be my center right there. Okay. So my median is going to be right here. Okay. And then now you see how from 0 to 2, I'm not going to use those anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and find out what's in the middle of that to be my quarter 1. So I'm going to cross out the 0 and the 2, the 1 and the 1, right? And you already know what it is, but and then you're left with 1 and 1, and what's in between 1 and 1? Well, you're left with 1 also. So between 1 and 1, we're left with the number 1 also. Okay, so that's my Q1. So our box is going to end up looking like this. And that's our whisker so far. And then for the other side, again, I'm gonna use purple. So so look at the 2 and the 9, right? So those are the ends. So we're gonna start with crossing off the 2 and the 8. Those are partners. Those are gone. 3 and 5. Those are partners. And then look here, between 3 and 4, what's in the middle between 3 and 4? Okay, so some of you guys may have a little bit of a difficult time, but okay, we need to cross both of those out. But between 3 and 4 is 3.5. So 3.5 is our quarter 3. So 3.5 is about right here. That's the other end of the box. That's quarter 3. And then our other whisker is very long all the way over here. Okay, so this shape is going to be, I use blue, skewed right. Because most of the information is on the left-hand side, this is going to be skewed right. Center is going to be 2. And spread is from 1 to 3.5, or you can go 3.5 minus 1, which is 2.5. All right. Number 5, construct a box of whiskers. Same thing again. You're going to go ahead and list them in order. All right, so kind of looking through here. Let's see. Looks like smallest number I have is 60. Is there anything smaller than 60? Nope. So I think it's 60. Okay. And then 65. 2 of them. Yep. Then 70. So 1, 2. So 70. 75. 1, 2. 80. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 80. There's 4 of them. 85. So 1, 2, 3. 90. Got 1, 2. 95. Got 1 only, and 100. Right? This one. All right. So it looks like lowest is 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Okay. All right. So I got the last one I drew it kind of around the line, but I typically like to draw it a little floating up a little bit. All right. So that's my minimum. This is my max. And that's because of the 100 and the 60. Right. So now I need to find my center, right? My median. So I'm going to go ahead and cross off. So don't cross off the 60 or the 100. Those are already kind of like your ends. So you're going to cross off 95 and 65. That's one pair. 65 again and 90. That's 2 pairs. 90, 75. That's 3. 70, 85, 4. 85 and 75, 5. 75, 85, 6. And we can pretty much tell what's going to be in the middle, but let's keep going. 80 and 80. That's 7. And then we're going to cross off 80 and 80. And what's in between 80 and 80? Well, it's 80, of course. So 80 is our median. That's our center. This actually looks pretty center to me. Oh, I just noticed this should be right here. It's at 100. I don't know why I put it out there. Okay. This looks actually really nicely centered. We'll see how the Q1 and Q3 is, but okay. So we're gonna go ahead and go between 60 and so if you're getting a little confused, just think between the numbers that I circle, which is the 80 and the 60 and the 80. Right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the 65 and the 80. This 80 right here, not the one I circle. Okay. That's one pair. 65 and 80, that's 2 pairs. 70 and 75, that's 3 pairs. This one is going to get a little trickier. 70 and 75. What's in between 70 and 75? So we're going to go ahead and cross those out. But what's between 70 and 75? That's right, 72.5. That's in the middle. So that's going to be your Q1. And that's going to make your first part of the box for the box and whisker. Okay. And then for the other half, between 80, that 80 that we wrote in, and then 100, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. We cross out the 95 and the 80. This 80 right here. Okay, that's one pair. 80 and 90, that's two pairs. 90, 85, that's three pairs. And look right here, between 85 and 85, right? What's in the middle between 85 and 85? Oh, it's easy because it's 85 also. Okay, that's a number we have to make up. Or we have to. Okay, so 85 is our Q3. Oh, and this is the median. Okay, the shape. No, I mean, this you can kind of say it's a little skewed to the right, but I'd say this is pretty symmetric. Okay, so I would say you can say symmetric. Or you can kind of say, if you're just looking here, right, looks like it's a little heavier on the left hand side. So you can say, if you want, I'm not saying you should, but if you want, you can say it's skewed slightly right. Okay? Because it does look like it's a little heavier on this side. It's a little lighter on this side. In the spread, it goes from 72.5 to 85. And if you're not sure, then you can just go 85 minus 72.5. Okay? Or you can do it 85 minus 72.5. Put a 0 here. Borrow 1. That makes 10. Subtract that by 1. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 4 minus 2 is 2. 8 minus 7 is 1. So 12.5. So spread is 12.5. Okay, let's look at the last one. Okay, and again, if you, not again, but if you need to pause or rewind or go back, do so. It's a video. Feel more than free to do that. All right, go ahead and list these in order. So I'm going to go, it looks like it's 1, 2, 3. I see 3. Looks like they're all just ones. 4. Excuse me. Nope. 5. Yep. 6. Nope. 7. Nope. 8. Yep. 9. Yep. 10. Yep. I saw 10 somewhere. Okay. 11. Nope. 12. I see a 12. 1. Oh, you know what? There's another 10. So there's 2 12s and 2 10s. Ooh, good thing I caught that. And 12. 13. Yep. Only one. 14. You got 1, 2. 15. 1, 2, 3. You probably already saw that. Okay. Oh, we need our own. Okay. So it looks like the smallest number is 1. So I'm going to go ahead and just put 1. And it goes all the way to 15. So I'm just going to count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right? And that's about all I need. Go ahead and label it. Okay. Go ahead and do your minimum value and your maximum value. Right, so we got the 1 covered. Let's use blue. Got the 1 covered and the 15 covered. Right, that's 1 and 15. Okay, so let's go ahead and start crossing them off. We'll use green. Okay, so 2 and 15 is 1 pair. 15 and 3 is 2 pairs. 5 and 14 is 3. 14 and 8 is 4. 9 and 13 is 5. 12 and 10 is 6. And between 10 and 12, and that's the last two, but between 10 and 12, it makes 11. And that's going to be the median right there. So 11. That's where our next. Okay. So we know that that's the center is going to be 11. Okay. And then from there, so notice the 1, 11, and 15. Those are our 3 numbers already. We need 2 more. Right. So between the 1 and 10, we're going to go ahead and find pairs. So we're going to cross off 10 and 2. Cross it off. 3 and 10. Cross it off. And we got 5 and 9. Cross it off. And we have 8 as a middle number. And because it's really in the middle, we're going to use that. So 8 is going to be our Q1. Okay. And then between 11 and 15. So we're looking at between here and here. Between 11 and 15. Okay. So I'm going to cross off 12 and 15. That's 1 pair. 12 and 15. That's 2 pairs. 13 and 14. That's 4 pairs. Did I do that right? Oh, yeah. That's 3 pairs. I don't know why I said 4 pair. Because there's 3 on each side. And then what's in the middle? This is the middle of the upper half, and that's 14. So 14 is going to be your, what we call our Q3. And this is our box and whisker. So center shape. Again, we're just looking at the graph, not, if sometimes we do this and we put more numbers, okay, it's going to feel like it's going to be off, but we're just looking at just the actual graph itself. So let's just focus on the actual graph. Right, this one looks like it's definitely skewed to the left. Right, so we'll say it's skewed left because more of the stuff is over here, and then there's less of it over here. All right, so it's heavier on that side. So I'll say skewed left. And spread goes from 8 all the way to 14. So you can just count, or you can do as Q3. So this is how you do it. Mine is Q1. Okay, and Q3 is 14. Minus, and the Q1 is 8. Right, and then you got to figure out what 14 minus 8 is, and that's 6. Okay, that's your work, and I think that's the only page. Yep. All right. So again, any questions? You can review it, rewind.